Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the flight with the Marysville Tulalip Chamber of Commerce. It's your direct flight to a year of success. The emissaries are so creative and have come up with this great aviation theme, and we're going to have a lot of fun networking today, as well as a fun aviation-themed game to win fabulous prizes from some of our local chamber members. So let's go ahead and kick it off and get our chairman of the board a warm welcome, Dom Amore.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Friday to you all. Hopefully everyone has survived the great north, as I've heard, the great white north. So I appreciate you all being here this morning. We've got a fun agenda ahead of us, and so I'm going to kind of get things underway. And first of all, just wanted to start with some of the general introductions as well. I'm looking around and I'm looking for any of our usual elected officials. I know a lot of them are on some adventures right now, taking care of business. But I know we have, as an elected official, we have our Snohomish County PUD Commissioner Sid Logan here. Please join me in welcoming him. Do we have any other elected officials as well? Could I ask you to raise your hand? I didn't get it on my list. Well, welcome, Sid. With that, let's see. We also have a few chamber board members, and once again, I didn't get a chance to see everybody here. As chairman, I'm here. There's, did I see Jason Thompson from the Marysville School District? He's not here. Okay, and then of course there's Jessica Stickles. Other board members. Could I have the chamber board members raise your hand since I can't see you? Boy, these lights are bright. Okay, well, welcome again. So with that, we definitely have our sponsor for the day today is the City of Marysville. The Breakfast Before Hours sponsors is the City of Marysville, and here to present the City of Marysville's latest is Chief Martin McFalls. Please join me in welcoming Chief McFalls.
Well, good morning, everyone. We're going to fire up this PowerPoint here. There we go. Well, I'm privileged today to talk to you about an important ballot measure that's coming out on April 23rd, 2019. And as I wanted to introduce some of the team members, some of the key leaders that are here with us today, and maybe some that aren't. I'd like to start with our fire marshal, our deputy chief, our longtime chamber member, Tom Maloney. Also from the city of Marysville, our information officer is here, Connie Manny. And one of our key finance directors, Sandy Langdon. Director Langdon is here with us. And some of those that aren't here that were critical in this process, I'd like to acknowledge Chief Administrative Officer Gloria Hiroshima, of course, Mayor Nearing, the entire Marysville Council, the entire Board of Commissioners, and the RFA subcommittee that brings this all forward to you today. So, today I'm going to go through the current and the future fire and emergency medical services. I'd like to talk to you about how the landscape has evolved, how it's progressed, and added stress to the way we deliver services. And I'd also like to talk a lot about a ballot measure that's coming up that addresses those challenges as we move forward. And as time allows, with Chair and President's permission, I'd like to answer some questions. So this slide just highlights some of the things we do on a regular basis. As you know, fire and EMS is a cornerstone of every vibrant and thriving community, and it really helps people feel secure and improves quality of life and their personal well-being. Well, the Marysville Fire District offers a broad range of emergency services. We are an all-risk, all-emergency agency, and our citizens depend on us every day. And we are a very busy department, and I think that's what helps to make us so good. Last year, we answered over 14,000 alarms. Our fire district is governed by a 7-member board currently, 4 city council members, and 3 Fire District 12 commissioners. We serve over 82,000 people in this district and a 56 square mile area. We have 103 dedicated professionals. We respond out of 5 stations, a maintenance shop, and an administration building. We answer the bell in engines, ladder, aid cars, medic units, technical rescue, hazardous materials, even a boat. And we have gone through plenty of change since we began back in 1992. Some of the challenges we face today, as many of you do, explosive growth. Marysville has tripled in size, and over the past 25 years, the population has grown 5 times. And our calls, well, they've increased almost 60% since 2011. The number, the type, and the complexity level of the calls have dramatically changed over the decades. Our crews are dealing with the opioid epidemic, the mental health issues, homelessness, other adverse and traumatic social situations. In addition, our crews are coming into more and more scenes of violence and self-harm. But amazingly, your firefighters are doing this all with fewer boots on the street than they had in 2008. Our fire district's current financial model is not sustainable. It's limited by revenue options that are not keeping pace with the demands. During the economic downturn, the Marysville Fire District Board of Directors made a very responsible and fantastic decision to reallocate funds in order to maintain frontline services for you, the citizen, and avoid firefighter layoffs. And we've maintained that over the years, and we've bridged revenue shortfalls year after year with those reserve funds. But if we don't move now towards a new model, towards a new sustainable funding model, we'll be facing service cuts by next year. Our current governance structure is not representative of the area we serve. 80% of our citizens live in the city limits, yet only 60% of our fire board is made up of city representation. The RFA is a special purpose district. It's similar to a water or a library district, and it's got independent taxing authority. And they are allowed by state law as a way for cities and fire districts to maximize service through consolidation, and they maintain local control that way. RFAs are created by the vote of the people within the service area. And almost every RFA in the state is in Western Washington. You might have heard more recently Linwood and District 1 in South County merged into an RFA. So how did we get here? Well, discussions about moving to a new system that addresses the growing population, that addresses many of the challenges I've discussed. We've been talking about it for years, literally. And the talks became very serious in 2018, January, when the RFA Planning Committee was formed. The committee was made up of council members and fire commissioners, and they spent the better part of last year developing a written plan. And here's the best part. The RFA Committee, the Board of Commissioners, and the Marysville City Council have unanimously approved and recommended this proposed RFA plan to be placed before the voters on April 23rd, 2019. And voters are going to ultimately approve or reject the RFA and its funding mechanism. So here's kind of a list of some of the goals, and I would say that after extensive study on various service models and ways to deliver our business, the RFA was determined to be the best option to address this list of goals. So what remains and what changes? Well, under the RFA, your same high-quality service will remain. Our coverage area stays the same. All personnel and equipment will be transferred to the RFA at no extra cost to our citizens. The changes we can expect, the changes I expect and am determined to get to is improve services for you. We want to reduce response times first and foremost. Another big change is moving to a stable, sustainable funding structure, and that's critical to ensuring that we have sufficient future funds to meet our needs. Under the RFA, the governance structure will change to a more representative model, and residents will pay more than they're currently paying. However, the last time the city and the district asked to raise this levy was over a decade ago, back in 2008. We have been extremely responsible and accountable with taxpayer dollars, and we will continue to do so. So funding is the key difference in the proposed RFA from the current structure. Today, our fire and EMS is funded primarily by property taxes, as well as contributions from the City of Marysville's general fund. The RFA will create a single funding source where the money's collected going directly to the RFA operations instead of passing through other jurisdictions. All residents will pay the levy rate of $1.45 per thousand of assessed value under the RFA. On the average $300,000 home, citizens are going to pay approximately $10 a month if you live in the district, more, and if you live in the city, $20 more a month on the average $300,000 home. The City Council has indicated its intent to reduce the city property tax rate from $1.78 per thousand of assessed value to $1.15 per thousand under the RFA. Any additional funds retained will be used for other public services for city residents. And if approved, the tax collection for the RFA will begin in January of 2020. So voters will have the opportunity to decide their fire future. And the election date, in case you've missed it, is April 23rd, 2019, and a simple majority is required. And that means that the combined votes in the district and the city must exceed 50%. And we have a number of ways that you can reach out and learn more about the RFA. The website is a great place to start. Of course, my personal favorite is that you can arrange a presentation for your business or your service group, and we'd be excited to do that for you. And the best part is you're going to love the price. It's free. In fact, that's not all. We'll bring fire souvenirs and safety trinkets with us, and as an additional bonus. And now, that's all. But with President's permission, if I have a moment for questions or closing. What questions can I answer? Yes, sir. Lance, you're gonna have to relay for me.
I'm going to let him do that. Thank you.
I rode the rigs for 20 years, and the sirens were really...
You mentioned the changes that would be incurred, and one of them would be increased response time with the same size district and same staff. Can you explain to us briefly how that will happen?
No, decrease response times, improve service levels through decreased response times. I'm sorry if I said that. That was a slip of the tongue.
Okay, sorry, same question, wrong word.
Okay.
How will the levy improve response times, decrease the amount of time it takes? How is that going to be improved with the new levy?
Yes, one of the key factors of this new levy, if approved, our availability depends on the rigs that we have on the streets. And as I stated, we were actually operating with fewer firefighters today than we had in 2008. We will restore that minimum level immediately and get more boots on the street. And the key to reducing our response times is our availability. We will have more personnel available to respond to you and rely less on mutual aid coming out of district. Yeah. Okay, well, let me just close with this short little story, Mr. Chair. I got a phone call from a gentleman who suffered a heart attack about a year ago. He was telling me that on this particular day, he was celebrating his granddaughter's birthday. And he just wanted to say thanks again to our crews and the responders that saved his life that day last year. And he told me he's got a whole new outlook on life. He's got a whole new lease on life. And he couldn't be more grateful for the work that we performed that day. Voters, colleagues, and friends, I humbly stand before you today and I ask for your help, for our responders to continue this privileged and honored work of impacting and changing the lives of people for the better. Please vote on April 23rd. Thank you, and God bless.
Thank you, Chief. As the Tribal Relations Manager for Puget Sound Energy, I know for a fact that we work very closely with first responders such as the fire departments, and they do an awful lot for the public. So we work really closely with them, and I strongly encourage that type of support as well too. So as you can see, as the Breakfast Before Hours sponsors, you have the ability and the privilege of making such a presentation on behalf of your business. So keep that in mind as we move forward too. There are other options that are available for you if you're interested in these types of sponsorships. There's also the company recognition on the marketing and mail-out materials. Your presentation is also recorded and shown on cable channels 21 and 25 throughout the following month. And the video is also on the Chamber's YouTube channel. So just contact Ann. Ann, where are you? Are you at the table? She must be up front. At Chamber if you have any questions. So now, if I can introduce Mr. Lance Curry of Edward Jones for our next portion of our event. Lance, it's all yours.
Nice job, Dom. Thank you. Everybody give Dom a round of applause. You know, these guys, they come and they take over the board and start making decisions and big changes. Then they get up in front of people, and it's a whole new ball game. But he's doing great. I think he's got experience in that. Thank you so much, Chief McFalls. Yes. So, you know what? It just really amazed me. You said last year, 14,000, over 14,000 actual individual calls that you responded to, that your team responded to. 14,000. Do you have any idea how many that is per actual responder, you know, handling per day or something like that? It's about 14 per day. For crying out loud. And you guys would rather keep people in the job than cut expenses that keep people in the job. You'd rather move money from other places in the fire department and keep them on the ground, keep them in working. So that's just tremendous. One thing else I got out. Oh, did you want to say something, Chief?
Well, I just wanted to clarify. You said that per responder, we think that the responders touch about 14 lives a day while they're on duty, but we actually respond to over 40 calls a day district-wide.
Thank you very much, and thank you, Tom. I don't know there's no other people in uniform here, so I can't read your name tags. But that's just tremendous. I really appreciate what you guys do. Another thing I got out of that is you said it's been 10 years since you've had an increase to your income for your budget. 10 years. And yet, is that correct? In the same period of time, your calls have increased 60%. For crying out loud. That's just amazing. You guys are doing a great job. It's about time, you know, it's about time we were able to get some more money into the fire. So I think doing the math, it didn't seem that big of a trade-off to continue the great service and get better, even better service out of our firefighters. So really appreciate that. All right. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Isn't the breakfast good? Man, sometimes Sometimes breakfast is okay. It's always good, but sometimes it's gooder. Wow, today you guys knocked it out today. Thank you. At this time, I would like to have new members come up front and get a full minute on the microphone. You could probably stand in this waiting area if you want to, I don't know, but come on up. Representative from New Direction Hypnosis, IRG Physical and Hand Therapy, Marysville, Young Living, and Wendy M. Translations. Please come on up. Don't rush the stage all at once. Am I getting a miss? You guys want me to talk about these companies? I don't know anything about them. Young Living, all right, sorry, I'll stop. But hopefully we'll get to meet them soon. So let's just move on to showcase tables. Am I missing any new members that haven't been able to introduce themselves yet, or their company that would like to, that have not yet? Okay, no takers on that one. That was a big open door right there for you. But all right, no takers. So showcase tables. We've got City of Marysville. It's probably Tom. Tom, it's a firefighter. Chief Tom, probably, and Lance Curry, Edward Jones. So we're gonna have the fire department go first. Don't rush the stage. You got a minute.
Well, I was supposed to have 5 on that one, and I kind of took 10. So all right, let's do it. Hey, we put out some flyers on your tables, and like to remind you that we've got a couple open houses coming up. Next one, help me out here. March 19 is one, and March 26 is the other. And they're at 2 different stations. Our Lake Goodwin station, Station 65, way out there in the Lake Goodwin area. Great residential area, and our Station 62 over by Marysville Pilchuck High School, 108th and 51st. You've also got some frequently asked questions there at your tables. Encourage you to learn more about the RFA. Again, reach out to us. Tell your friends and family. And again, I can't tell you to vote yes on April 23rd, but I'll never tell you to vote no. So.
Don't vote no. Wow. All right, and yeah, so now I get my full minute. Lance Curry, Edward Jones. I'm going to take this time not to promote my amazing table set up over there, but you might think otherwise. But actually, yesterday I got to meet with people in Edward Jones that are out of headquarters in St. Louis. And they've come out to help us with recruiting, essentially, with people that are just coming on, looking for to work with Edward Jones. And it struck me that that there's probably a pool of people. There might even be someone here that is interested in something like that. So I want to throw that out. We are hiring. Edward Jones is consistently in the top 10 employers in the U.S., competing with Google, for these spots and whoever else you hear about. Top 10 right here in the whole U.S. You think I got a good job? Man alive, I got a good job. And it's open. And so if someone here, is interested in finance and has a service-oriented a way of interests, you'd do really well. And I would invite you to come and talk with me and ask me about, what's the pay like and what's the job like. And I'd be happy to tell you all about it. I'm one of my roles, so I'm a partner. I'm a limited partner in the company. And one of my roles is to train the brand new people. You get hired, you get licensed, and bang, I got you, probably for a year. And these people are tremendous. And there's all ages. There's not an age group that we're looking for. There's all ages. So anyway, I would just invite you to come and talk with me about that, and I'd be happy to share with you. So, all right, let's move on. We're going to do the roving mic now, and that means that at the same time, people who have a raffle giveaway, go ahead and start making your way over here to the stage and line up on the bottom of the stairs there, and we'll have you come on up for that. But first, roving mic. So, Alicia, you got something. This is where, come on up here and stand in the lights and go ahead and tell us about an event that's coming up or another company here in the chamber that you want to give a kudos for. I think they were given a free extra card in the drawing for that. They still are. So if you give a kudos, you get to put your card in again.
Good morning. I'm Alicia Delegans with Seroptimus International of Marysville. And I'm here to share with you, we're not exactly sure about the date of our auction, but it is in October. And we are, it's our yearly fundraiser. And we raise funds to support women and children in our community. Every year we give about $15,000 in scholarships to students within the Marysville School District. We donate to the food bank. We've also recently been giving money to help single women with children who maybe they're trying to further their education. So anyway, our big fundraiser is in October, and we're always looking for sponsors and gifts and things that we can, donations that we can use at our auction. So if you have that, please let me know, or are interested in supporting us. I'm Alicia Delegans with Seroptimus International of Marysville. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Kim Thompson, and I'm with Prime Lending. Today I want to tell you about an upcoming event that's going to support Eagle Wings Disabilities Ministries. Eagle Wings is a local nonprofit here in Marysville that supports activities for adults with developmental disabilities. And the Arlington Runners Club is going to be doing their Sham Rock and Roll on Saturday, March 16th at 10 a.m. It's a 5 or a 10K. It's going to begin across the street from the Boys and Girls Club in Arlington there at the Airport Trail. You can sign up at the Arlington Runners Club site. There will be T-shirts, medals, and there will be a beer for participants who are over 21 at the end of the race. So, Kim Thompson, Prime Lending. Thank you.
Wow, so they're not running very fast. What kind of race is it? Oh, my goodness. You guys just said they're... I'm not going to tell you what she said, but it involves beer after a race. Okay. Good job. Yep. Thank you, Kim.
Hello, I'm Tina Hudon with Daily Realty Group, and I wanted just to give a shout out today to Tina Tang with Paris Blue Photography. She is amazing. If anyone needs to have their professional portrait done or a headshot, she came to our office and did, I think, 7 of our agents, and they turned out beautiful. So if anyone needs that, or she also does, I believe, senior portraits are coming up and families. She's great. So just a shout out to Tina Tang, Paris Blue Photography. Use her if you need them.
Good morning. I'm Lynn Reed with the Whistle Stop Sweet Shop. We have our new attire, if you want to come in and see it. We'll be celebrating our 1-year anniversary coming up, so we're getting ready for that. But tomorrow, I want to give a shout out to the Marysville Opera House. We're doing the Girls Getaway from 10 to 3, and there's just going to be all kinds of things set up for women to come and look around and buy some things that they love, smell some pretty stuff, and of course have some Whistle Stop Sweet Stop treats. So I want to invite everybody to come out and do that with us and thank the Marysville Opera House for having these fun events.
Nice. That's a shout out right there. Good job. Thanks, Lynn. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing this morning? All right. Fantastic. I just want to say really quick, Alex Lark with Housing Hope. First of all, I want to give a big shout out to this community for being so supportive of Housing Hope over the years. Second shout out to Bonefish Grill up in Smoky Point. They are hosting an event Monday night. It is buy one, get one ticket. So for $100, you could come on down to support Housing Hope. There'll be a raised paddle. But in addition to having the opportunity to help families who are experiencing homelessness here in Snohomish County, you get a fantastic meal that starts with an open bar, past apps, a salad with a wine pairing of your choice, a main course from either filet mignon to sea bass imperial to Lily's chicken with a wine pairing of your choice, and a dessert of your choice from creme brulee to brownies to key lime pie. So it's going to be a great event. We're looking forward to having everyone come down and helping families who are experiencing homelessness in Snohomish County. And 100% of the proceeds stay here in North County, and 100% of the dinner is donated for free by Bonefish Grill, because they're that amazing. So thank you so much. HousingHope.org, and buy your tickets or come see me after breakfast. Thank you.
Thank you. we all want to know what happened to your what exactly, I don't know. There is a story. Do you want to tell it? Does it involve power tools?
No power tools.
Okay. All right.
No power tools. So I do like to cook, and I've worked in restaurants for a long time. However, one thing I learned in the restaurants and forgot about 2 weeks ago now is never rush, especially when you're frying chicken. I threw a little too much into the pan. It spilled over, hit the element, started a grease fire. I pulled the pot from the fire. It spilled all over my hand, and then I put it out with a bit of a mixing bowl by suffocating the fire. All said and done in a minute, but now I have to go to the doctor, get occupational therapy. Lost a lot of mobility in it, so my thumbs up are going to be a little rough around the edges these days.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, so what city were you in when this happened?
Everett.
You were in Everett, so you didn't call. We could have had a shout out right there. Right there.
I should have called.
My name's Eric, and I live in Marysville, so now I know I can be a lot more cavalier with my cooking because I can count on these guys. My name's Eric with 4 Day Fireplace. We are your living room romance and entertainment specialists, and I'm here to excitedly tell you guys about the Puget Sound Clean Air Agency swap out program for your friends and family who have old wood stoves or wood inserts. We've partnered up with them, and they are currently offering a $1,500 rebate to change that out for a cleaner, more environmentally friendly device. So if you have friends or families with old units, it's a great incentive. We've also partnered up with some of our manufacturers to almost match that, so you can get nearly $2,500 back on a purchase that's going to make your house nice and cozy. We'll provide the romance and the ambiance. How much you cuddle in front of it is up to you guys.
Wow. Hey, that's great. So if I go and find an old stove and I need a new fireplace,
I can neither confirm nor deny how that would apply.
Well, thank you, YouTube country. Hi, everybody wave to the YouTube. All right, cool. So I think, I don't know if there's anybody giving away a raffle prize, but I've got one, so I'm going to make my way up to the stage. Raffle prize givers awayers, come on up. And can Kim Thompson come up front to help hand out prizes? Please. Come on down. You bet. Come on up.
Hi, it's me again. What good is a romance consultant for your living room without a bottle of wine? So I'm Eric from 4 Day Fireplace, and we're giving away wine. And while I'm drawing, just a quick shout out to the Housing Hope dinner coming up. I would highly encourage you guys to go sign up. Me and my fiance are going. We're super excited. So you'll get to see our smiling faces there as well as Alex's. I have a name tag.
Kimberly
Fleischman
from Marysville Tulalip Chamber. Lee from Marysville Tulalip Chamber. Yeah. Is she here? There she is. Good job. Thank you. Get that. Okay.
Hello, I'm Rhonda, and I am on behalf of the emissaries. I'm one of the emissary members, and then also work at Coastal Community Bank. But I am presenting this on behalf of Tulalip Resort Casino. It's a gift certificate for their new, really great restaurant, Tulalip, I think I said that correctly. Nice. And it is Connie from City of Marysville.
Oh, that's great. Nice job, Rhonda. Thank you. Good job. Chief's over there to make sure everybody goes up and down the stairs safely. Okay, watching all. Good job, Chief.
Well, I like to do giveaways for auctions, lunch with the chief, and this includes a tour of the district, a couple hours, and one of my favorite restaurants. I have many of them in Marysville. But again, the best part is, even if you don't like the restaurant, you're not going to beat the price. It's on me.
Okay. Oh, so you want to go ahead and draw that then? Wow. It's on you. The police don't do that. Is Chief Smith here? No? Okay.
Nathan Hansen.
Nice. From First Financial. Thanks, Chief. Thanks, Marysville District 11. Yeah. Oh, and we got one more. And then me. Two more. I'm gonna hold that for you, or no? Don't trust me. Okay. Right.
Good morning, Kim Thompson with Prime Lending, and I'm not going to talk about my business because you all know if you need a home loan who you need to call, right? So I'm going to talk about another local business here, and it is called Desserts by Request, and they specialize in back to the basic custom baked goods for you. So if you have a special event, maybe you're doing a bridal shower or you have a baby shower coming up, Lynn Monson is your gal to call. Desserts on Request. She offers organic, vegan, dairy-free, keto products, anything that you want that's sweet and delicious that is actually going to be good for you as well. So make sure that you contact Lynn Monson with Desserts by Request. And I have today to give away some muffins and some baby bundt cakes from her. Perfect. And the winner is Katie from the American Cancer Society.
Great.
Perfect.
All right. Yep. Good job. Nice. Is that right there? Vegan, keto, free, cage free? All right. Actually, I would like to see it. Yeah? Who wants to see the cake? I want to see the cake. That's Katie's, though. Katie, we're going to look at your cake. Yeah. Okay. Thanks. I don't think Kim will drop it, Katie. She'll do good. Yeah. I guess I just have to describe it, but it looks delicious and good for you. All right. Actually, it doesn't look good for you at all, but that's the way they work. The better they look, the worse they are for you. And speaking of which, this is my giveaway as a Godiva basket here. So this is the real thing. And it's a great way to kick off the weekend. So I'll just go ahead and grab a card out of here. Top one there. That would be Sherwood Believing in Abilities. And Jessica Fackler. Way to go, Jessica. Thanks, Kim. Okay, so now we get to the meat and potatoes of today's event. And that is something that the emissaries have worked very hard on, and so I'm kind of excited about it. But, is it twice a year, Jessica, we do networking? 3 times. So this is one of them. 3 times a year we do networking. So at this time, by the way, this is where you're going to get to just meet other people and have a good time and just kind of be funny and goofy and, meet other people and really look into other eyeballs and ask them, what makes them tick and what makes their business special. And that's a good chance to do it. You have about a half hour to do that. So at this time, please take out your boarding pass. Everybody have a boarding pass. It looks like this. Okay? Boarding pass. Chief McFalls, where's your boarding pass? Okay, Todd has it. All right, that's not good enough. All right, take your boarding pass. And fill that out with your name and business there in the top area. I'm reading now, so bear with me, but I'll make it exciting. The goal of networking will be to walk the room and find people that match the board pass objectives 1 through 4. Oh, my goodness. All right, there's objectives 1 through 4. So obviously you want to find someone that shares a passion, someone from the same industry, someone that volunteers in the community, and someone with like-minded goals. If you can achieve that, have them initial in box 1 first, and then 2, and then 3. So you want to find 4 people that qualify. You see the criteria to be eligible is numbers 1 through 4 on building your crew. So you find these people one at a time and have them initial in that box. If you don't get 4, you lose. So you better find 4. I don't know, actually, I'm making that up. Once your boarding pass is full, please continue to meet new people, hand out your business card, and ask someone some of these same questions. So I guess that's my only introduction. Anybody got any questions? There are flight attendants and TSA ruffians that will help you. So let's just go. Get up. Network. Thanks, everybody. Great participation. Hey, hopefully you made some good friends this morning. And you got some people that you can call and say, hey, let's get some coffee, or I really enjoyed talking with you. I'd just like to get to know you more. I'd like to get to know what you do in your business a little bit more. This is a great time to follow up. So don't forget to do that. Make that a top priority today. I'm going to hand it back to our amazing president. No, yes? Chairman. Dom Amor.
You put these things together, or at least the emissary group put this together. And at first, I really didn't think this was going to take off. But plainly, it did. So, nobody crashed and burned. So really, thank you very much for being here this morning. Thank you to our sponsor, the City of Marysville. Thank you for the presentation and for the information. I emphasize thank you for the information that we are so positively receptive to. Thank you to the Chamber volunteers and the emissaries once again. Congratulations on a very good job. This was really fun. Great ideas. You always have such great ideas to make the theme fun and interactive. Thank you again and again and again to the Tulalip Resort Casino for the great service, for the great food, for the great staff that's working here as well. Big thanks to you, our members. And then also I want a few other upcoming events I want to talk about. The Business Before Hours, March 29th, will be on professional development. Another good one to attend. The Chamber Quarterly Luncheon is March 14th at the Marysville Opera House. The theme for that, lead generation techniques and how to start implementing them today. And that'll be presented by Dean Van Dyke of the Pillars Group. The Marysville Brew and Suitor, what? Whoa. One more cup of coffee, please. The Marysville Brew and Cider Fest, April 6th at the Marysville Opera House. Tickets are on sale online. They're only $25, and they go up to $30 on March 1st. As a reminder, at the registration or towards the registration desk, please, please, please pick up a poster, pick up some flyers, take it back to work, distribute them, hand them out. Just don't put them on windshields, or if you did, I didn't tell you. But spread the word. That's the key. So once again, thank you for coming. Enjoy your Friday. Be safe out there and have a great weekend.